Good evening and salam. I'm Hanan El-Hadimi, a member of MACFEST team. Welcome to MACFEST 2022, an Arab Heritage Festival. So this week we had a fabulous workshop, Arabic calligraphy, presented by Samir Malik, who is an Islamic artist and calligrapher. For anyone who missed the event, you can watch it on MACFEST Facebook or YouTube channel. Also, we have Arabic cuisine by Alaa today and Arabic poetry by Lord Richard Fuad on Sunday 18 at 2 p.m. Please book your free tickets if you want to join us and follow MACFEST on social media. Welcome to your donations to support MACFEST, which give you a wide and diverse platform to celebrate art and connecting communities. Before I will hand it to Alaa, let me share with you the first MACFEST tour experience. Guess what? It's a heritage tour of Marrakesh and beyond. Do you want to join us on an exciting trip to Morocco? Please, we have limited places to book your ticket. So, and the dates are 13th of November until 19th of November. You will visit Marrakesh, the historical city, also the desert of Afgafay and the Imlil Valley. At the end, we will visit beautiful city, Sawira. For more details, the tour is posted on Facebook, MACFEST Facebook. You will have all program in details, and also you have the link then in the email if you want any further information. Now, let me introduce you, Alaa Zalat. She's my friend, the first thing. And she's from Egypt. She studied English literature, married and have 2 daughters and 1 son. She lived in Saudi Arabia for 14 years, working as a nursery head teacher. And this gave her a deep look at the Gulf Community Center and heritage. She is passionate about culture, art, and learning new things. For her, food reflects her culture, heritage, and background. That's why she chose today to share with you her Egyptian cuisine. And also, she is an amazing teacher with Hearts and Parcel project, because she delivered an amazing workshop in Open Kitchen projects. So let me introduce you her recipe through Heart and Parcel, and also because if you want to look at her recipes, they will be included in the second cookbook, Heart and Parcel. So simply, in simple words, what can I say? She's an ambassador for her country. Also, for anyone who is joining us this evening, welcome to your comments, and also in the chat box you will tell us which city you are joining us. And now over to you, Alaa, for your event to share with us your amazing Egyptian cuisine.
Thank you, Hanan, so much for your kind words. And as you said, we are friends, and you are one of my best friends. Thank you again for your amazing words. Salam and hello, everybody. I'm so happy to be with you today to share some of my recipes about our Egyptian cuisine. Before I start, I want to give a big thank you for Kisra and for MACFEST team to give me this opportunity to bring our Egyptian cuisine to your table. And a massive thank you for all our guests who joined this panel. Our panel today will consist of 2 presentations and 1 video. And the video will share one of our most famous Egyptian street food, moussaka and moussaka. And we have 2 presentations about some recipes for food and baking drinks in our Egyptian cuisine. So now I want to say something about our Egyptian cuisine, which is famous for incredible taste. This because we use vegetables, onions, spices, garlic. Most of this we planted in our country. So we have our incredible taste from the land to our cuisine. That's why we are famous with our Egyptian food. I hope all of you one day visit Egypt and try our cuisine, our street food, full falafel, shakshouka, moussaka. Maybe you will enjoy our drinks. We have special drinks in Egypt. You will know it through our presentation for drinks. So now we will share our first presentation. It's about baking and one of our most famous dishes. This is molokhia. Most of you know it. We made it by a special way for Egypt. It's different from Syrian way. And now, Steve, please share the presentation. I want to say that this presentation made by my little princess, Noor Solomon. She's my smallest daughter. I have two daughters and son. The two daughters share me this panel today. They made the presentations. The first one by Noor Solomon. She is a student in Basswood High School. She's in year 9. I hope you enjoy her work. Please, Steve, share the presentation. Yeah, sorry, Steve, we will share it. It's okay. Sorry. Sharing.
Hello everyone, today we're going to speak about two foods which made numerous difference in Egypt history. Wheat and bread, ancient history in Egypt. The backbone of Egyptian cuisine is bread, which is typically made from a simple recipe. It is commonly eaten at most meals. The bread commonly eaten in Egypt is called the aish baladi, which is a thick and hearty type of bread that is made from a combination from wheat and gluten. Binary and wheat. Those played an impressive role in building and stating the ancient Egyptian progress. It was the food that both the rich and the poor ate. Wheat had an important status in the ancient Egyptian economy. From Caesar's third pre-dynastic times, 4000 BC, ancient Egyptians were the first to discover the yeast to ferment the bread. Bread is a sign of friendship, love, loyalty, and long-lasting relations. Here is the ingredients if you want like to make a aish baladi. Half of tasted active dry yeast, quarter cup of warm water, half a cup of whole wheat flour, and half a teaspoon of salt. Cracker wheat burned for proving. In a bowl, whisk the yeast with warm water and leave it until it became foamy. Then add the flour and salt and stirring using your hands, and then cover the dough and leave it stand for 1 hour. Shape it into small balls and leave it stand for half an hour. Then flatten each ball dough into circles and add the bran to the top and the bottom of each piece of flattened dough, and then bake on a stone into the oven at 450 degrees, and never to fail to make a person feel full and happy. And so I'm sorry if I struggle a lot, I'm just a little bit worried, so yeah. Molokhia history in Egypt. 95 million Egyptian people who love eating molokhia with aish baladi and any protein. Molokhia is a really famous food in Egypt. In ancient Egypt, molokhia was historically prepared for loyalty people. Molokhia was known dish in the Arabic world. The recipe on how to prepare it is mentioned in the 14th of century. According to the Egyptian history, in 1442, molokhia was a favorite dish to people. Molokhia has another 6 different cuisines. There are Levantine cuisine, Haitian cuisine, Cypriot cuisine, Tunisian cuisine, Algerian cuisine, and and Kenya cuisine and West African cuisine. I forgot to include the last one, so I'm sorry. Each country have a different cuisine for ملوخية and different way to cook. And here is a method, but first is the ingredients. You're going to need like sliced garlic, and the spices. Like it's just an opinion, like it's an optional based on, and frozen bag of ملوخية and hot boiled water. So firstly you need to keep the ملوخية frozen back up, cool down. You do need to melt it in the microwave or like that, and then pour overheat, and when the ملوخية just starting to melt, just put it with the hot water, and then put the sliced garlic and the spices and just mix it until it's melted and hot. As you put shared chicken or meat into it and just mix it, or maybe you put outside. This is an optional part, as it's when you heat off and enjoy eating with any carbohydrate you could like. But trust me, I think you should eat it with rice melody because both are taste good together. Thank you for listening, and I wish you a good day.
We can hear you, Alaa. Alaa, please mute yourself.
Yes,
Yeah.
sorry, I was muted. I hope you enjoy this small presentation and have a look at how we make ملوخية and our عيش بلدي. In Egypt, we use bread in most of our dishes. Most of people like to eat our dishes, street food dishes with bread.
So
We call
let's
it عيش
first
بلدي.
thank Noor for the presentation. She did a great job. And
Yes, thank you so much. I will.
just I want to ask you, what's your favorite to eat ملوخية, with bread or with rice? Which one you prefer?
For me, with rice.
With rice. Why?
I think rice with vermicelli is very famous in Egypt, and I think it's suitable for vegetables. As you know, Hanan, we cook the vegetables, beans, molokhia, and okra, and many Spanish and many other vegetables. We used to cook it with tomato sauce. So I think it's for me, it's better with rice. But many people like to try it with bread.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, I hope one day you try this recipe and enjoy the incredible taste for ملوخية.
Inshallah, because it's easy. I will cook it because
it's very easy,
yeah.
and you can find it easily in Arab shops here.
Yeah.
Yes, and now we have our second presentation about Egyptian drinks by my daughter Mariam Suleiman. She's again a student in Barisut College, and she really did a great effort in this presentation because we have so many drinks in Egypt. It's suitable for summer and hot weather, but it's really amazing, and it deserves to have a look and pay attention for her presentation. So I hope you enjoy it.
This is Mariam. I'm a year 12 student in Basbousa Sixth Form College, and I'm here to talk to you about some famous Egyptian drinks that you can find and try everywhere in Egypt. The first drink that we have is licorice tea drink. The licorice tea drink, known as irksus, is particularly a famous drink in Egypt. Authentically, a licorice drink seller walks down the busy streets carrying a huge pot across his body and calling for thirsty people. It's often served with ice, and it's specially poured from a very, very, very thin end at a high distance from the cup to form a foam. The thicker the foam, the richer the cup is with minerals. So if you visit Old Cairo in summer, make sure you enrich your experience with a cup of licorice drink from a downtown cellar. It is definitely worth the experience. And by the way, don't worry, I'll show you some photos in the next couple of slides, so you'll be able to get what I mean when I said that he carries that very large pot. And licorice plants are harvested in hot spots in Egypt, like Upper Egypt and the Oasis. Its roots are pulled and left in the sun to dry for some time. The lighter the color of the roots, the better the quality and the sweeter the taste. For thousands of years, licorice has been used to treat ailments in Egypt as well. So on the right you can see two photos. It's the plant of the licorice tree. So these are the leaves. Can you see just how colorful the petals are? They're just so beautiful. So here are the photos that I mentioned before. Can you see the very thin end where the drink is poured from at the right top photo? And then can you see the distance the guy is holding the cup away from that end at the bottom left photo as well? Like, imagine you see that in real life. That would be so good. And basically, on the right bottom photo, can you see how thick the foam is? Remember, the thicker the foam, the richer the cup is with minerals. So, the recipe is you get the licorice fruit and then you make the drink by letting it sit in filtered water for a few hours, and then add some sodium carbonate. And by the way, it is a naturally sweetened drink. It is also an alkaline drink that makes the body feel better. So the ingredients that you will need is 1 tablespoon of liquid fruit tea and 8 to 10 ounces of water. Sweetener is also an optional here. You don't have to have it with you. You could add vanilla, honey, sugar, whatever you want to add. And the instructions are that you bring boiled water in a large saucepan, and then you remove the pan from heat and add in loose leaf tea, and then use a tea straightener to keep the leaves contained. Steep the tea leaves for 5 to 10 minutes, and then remove the leaves and pour it into a teacup. And, and add the sweetener if desired, and enjoy. A cup of licorice drink on a hot summer day will restore the body's lost minerals and water. With its anti-inflammatory properties, it is a treasure that helps the body heal. However, make sure to stick to 1 cup at a time to avoid its blood pressure rising effect. These are some things that licorice drink erxus help in. First of all, it helps with digestion. Traditionally, licorice root tea can be a tasty tea to help with digestion, making it the perfect after-dinner tea when you're looking for something to soothe your stomach and sate your sweet tooth. Licorice has been shown to help ease the symptoms of digestive problems and promote good digestive health. It also contains anti-inflammatory properties, which may help in skin health. If you're looking for an anti-inflammatory tea, licorice root tea is a good option. Licorice root tea contains antioxidants and compounds that boast anti-inflammatory properties. Studies have shown that licorice root may help to reduce inflammation. Licorice root is naturally sweet, which makes it a popular addition to herbal tea blends. Drinking this herbal tea may help to eliminate free radicals that cause oxidative stress and premature aging. Licorice also helps to balance out strong flavors like ginger, adding a subtle sweetness to these teas. And also, it helps with common cold. So, licorice root tea is one of the best teas to drink when you have a sore throat or a cough. The tea contains compounds that can coat the throat and help ease feelings of an itchy and scratchy throat. The antibacterial properties of licorice root may also help the immune system eliminate bacteria that cause an infection to begin with. A study published in the Egyptian Journal of Cardiothoracic Anatomy examined the effects of licorice root on sore throat symptoms post-surgery. The participants consisted of individuals who had a breathing tube during a procedure, and following the removal of the breathing tube, participants expressed the sore throat symptoms. Researchers found that patients who gargled the licorice root for 1 to 15 minutes before surgery had significantly decreased reports of sore throat following the procedure. It also boosts immune system. In the same way that they ward off colds, licorice root's antiviral and antimicrobial properties can also help to boost your immune system and keep you from getting sick. Licorice root tea won't prevent major illnesses, but it can be a great way to give your immune system a little boost during cold and flu season. It also soothes your upset stomach. If you're suffering from an upset stomach, a cup of licorice root tea can help. Studies have shown that licorice root can help to ease the upset stomach symptoms or nausea symptoms, and settle your stomach. Licorice root is often included along other native-fighting herbs like ginger and peppermint in tea blends. Last but not least here, it is that it's good for your teeth. So did you know that licorice root can also be good for your teeth? Because I never knew this as well. Studies indicate that licorice root's anti-inflammatory and anti-adhesive, antimicrobial properties can help to improve your oral hygiene and demonstrate beneficial effects against issues like cavities and gingivitis. Researchers found that licorice root contains flavonoids and coumarins that helps to fight bacteria that cause bad breath and canker sores. Side effects of licorice root tea. Licorice root tea is safe for consumption when taken in moderate amounts. Long-term use or consumption of large amounts can lead to serious side effects. One of the side effects is in pregnancy. Licorice root tea may not be safe for women who are pregnant. Research published in the American Journal of Epidemiology found that overexposure to the natural constituents of licorice root resulted in a higher risk of cognitive and psychiatric problems in children. Additional research also indicated excessive licorice root consumption could lead to premature births. Pregnant women or women who are trying to get pregnant should avoid drinking licorice root tea. Always talk to a qualified healthcare professional before taking herbal supplements when pregnant. Also, drug interactions. So, licorice may interfere with medications that control potassium and blood pressure. In addition, the root may cause negative reactions when combined with blood thinners. Adrenaline gland medications and hormonal therapies as well, including birth control pills. This tea may also interfere with medications that control water retentions. And last but not least, low potassium levels. Drinking large amounts of licorice tea can result in low potassium. Side effects of licorice root tea. Licorice root tea is safe. Tea may also interfere with medications that control water retentions. And last but not least, low potassium levels. Drinking large amounts of licorice tea can result in low potassium levels. Symptoms of low potassium include high blood pressure, tiredness, heart failure, and irregular heartbeat. Limit your consumptions of products containing glyceric acid, including licorice root tea, to 100 milligrams per day to avoid adverse effects. The Food and Drug Administration does not approve the use of licorice root tea in the treatment of any illnesses or ailments. Always seek medical advice from a healthcare professional before drinking. Sugarcane juice. In Egypt, sugarcane juice is known as asab and is sold in juice shops around the country. It's one of my favorite drinks all around the world. It is not ubiquitous, but it's possible to find across the country, from the packed streets of Cairo to the deserted seaside town of the South Sinai. The original method of drinking sugarcane juice required a lot of effort. I have drunk sugarcane juice in this ancient way, and it's not easy at all. You have to cut off with a knife or tear with your hands the plant's rock hard outer stalk, bite hard into the somewhat softer inside, then suck hard to get out the small amount of juice it holds. Today, when you order a glass of sugarcane juice in Egypt at a shop, you can watch it as it's made for you. The maker of the juice will feed long uncut stalks slowly into an opening at the front of a rather antiquated machine. It will loudly rumble as it removes the stack and grinds up the softer inside. After a couple of minutes, a stream of thicker and sugary liquid pours into a pitcher. Sugarcane is Egypt's national drink. But you would think, how Egyptian is sugarcane? As futile of a question as asking how Egyptian is the blood that runs down Egyptian veins, if the fact that every juice shop in Cairo sells asab, or that it is sold in a multitude of formats across the city, are not sufficient proof that asab is a pure shot of smoky green life. A rundown of Egypt's juices may prove that perhaps Egypt's national drink is in fact an understatement. Egyptian Asir Asab or sugarcane juice is a popular drink in Egypt, as you all now may know. Egyptian people known for their love of sweet treats, and this drink is sold everywhere in the streets in special fresh juice shops. In spite of being a cup of pure sugar, sugarcane juice actually has a number of health benefits. First of all, it gives you a kick of power. Sugarcane juice is readily sold at roadside booths during the summer. It's the most efficient way to maintain energy while reducing dehydration. The simple sugars in the juice are easily absorbed by the body and used to replenish sugar levels. It also enhances liver function. This juice is one of the most efficient natural treatments for liver issues such as jaundice. Sugarcane juice is alkaline, which helps the body maintain its electrolyte balance. Our kidney also loves sugarcane juice, and that's because it is naturally low cholesterol and it has low sodium diet with no saturated fats. And by the way, it is good for our digestive system as well. So sugarcane juice is good for people who have digestive issues. Among other things, by balancing the pH levels in the stomach and aiding in the release of digestive secretions, potassium in cane juice helps keep the digestive system running properly. It also helps to keep gastrointestinal problems at bay. Egyptian asir asab or sugarcane juice is popular drink in Egypt, as you all now may know. Egyptian sugarcane juice is beneficial to diabetics. It's well known that sugarcane juice has a high sugar level, which may make diabetics hesitant of ingesting it. Sugarcane juice is in moderation. It can benefit diabetics since the natural sugar has a low glycemic index, which reduces frequent blood glucose increases. It also relieves the pain associated with STD and urinary tract infections. So, sugarcane juice can help reduce body inflammations caused by many diseases, urinary tract infections, kidney stones, and when mixed with lime juice and coconut water, it can help with prostatitis. It assists it assists in the formation of bones and teeth as well. So chewing on a sugarcane stick used to be a common hobby for young children and adolescents back in the day. On the other hand, sugarcane juice's calcium-rich properties support correct growth of the skeletal system, bones, and teeth, in addition to keeping them occupied. Sugarcane juice helps prevent bad breath and tooth decay as well. This sugarcane juice can be a lifesaver. Sugarcane is high in minerals like calcium and phosphorus, and it also helps to strengthen teeth and create enamel, making them less susceptible to decay. It also gets rid of bad breath caused by a lack of nutrition. Sugarcane juice can aid in the treatment of acne as well. Science has proved sugarcane juice can be administered topically to help reduce and treat acne-related skin issues. Sugarcane juice contains alpha hydroxy acids, such as glycolic acid, which promote cell turnover. They also exfoliate the skin, which helps to prevent acne from forming. It also assists the body in its battle against cancer. Sugarcane juice is naturally alkaline due to its high concentration of calcium, magnesium, potassium, iron, and manganese. Flavonoid aid the body's defense against malignant cells, particularly prostate and breast cancer. Now, we're gonna share with you a video of how sugarcane juice is prepared in Egypt. So our next drink is karkade. Karkade hibiscus tea is a national drink. It can be tasted at any coffee shop in any city in Egypt. It was thought to be popular with the ancient Egyptian pharaohs. It's the perfect drink, either being served as cold in a hot summer day or hot in a cold winter evening. Depending on the way the drink is prepared, it will influence, since it is known that karkade drink can raise or lower your blood pressure. The best karkade drink would be of course on Aswan, since the plant originates from that area and people there know how to prepare it properly. A hibiscus drink can be made in many different ways. It all depends on how strong and sweet you like your drink. Karkade can be drunk both hot and cold, as I said before, and many people enjoy a cool drink best from the fridge. If you prefer the strong taste of karkade, then after cooking, always leave the dried hibiscus in water for a long time. It is best to check what taste suits you and add the amount of hibiscus and sugar you like. After a few times, you will know what you enjoy best. Karkade is a juice or tea made from hibiscus flower petals. It has a taste like cranberry juice, although it is not quite as sour. Karkade has many medicinal properties, some of which are regulating blood pressure, and it is high in vitamin C and diuretic benefits. It tastes good and it's refreshing and can help with your health as well. The traditional Egyptian hibiscus tea is made with loose dried hibiscus flowers, which are left to steep in the tea as it cools, so the tea is quite strong. Tea bags are not suitable. We drink this tea rather sweet to break fast during the month of Ramadan, and make sure to sweeten the tea while still warm so that the sugar dissolves easily, and then serve chilled. So the recipe's ingredients are a quarter cup dried hibiscus petals, 10 cups cold water, half to 1 cup of sugar, and that's optional because the juice is quite tart, and you can either add the sugar now or add a teaspoon in your cup. You can also replace the sugar with honey if you prefer, and you might not want to add any sweetening option at this point. It's totally up to you. So the directions are: place the water and hibiscus in a pan and bring to the boil. Add the sugar and then simmer for around 45 minutes, and stirring occasionally, and strain the mixture in a sieve. If drinking the juice cold, leave it to cool and place in the fridge. You can then add ice cubes and a slice of lemon or lime if you wish. For a spicy warm punch, um, it's um, it's similar to mulled wine but without the wine, obviously. So you could add some cinnamon sticks, cloves, star anise, and orange lemon slices before you leave it to simmer. It is delicious to poach peas in as well. If you have never tried it, I would say it's just like sipping cranberry juice in terms of color and tartness, but it's not nearly as tart, which is why it's easy to drink and feels refreshing. But not least, our last drink, which is Qamar al-Din, or Omar al-Din if you want to say in Arabic. So Qamar al-Din is an apricot fruit leather which is popularly made into apricot juice or nectar beverage from Arab cuisine that is famously consumed during the Muslim holy month of Ramadan. The Qamar al-Din drink is very popular in the Middle East, especially during the holy month of Ramadan. It is a forgotten drink all year long until Ramadan comes in. It is one of Ramadan food recipes that is rarely in our fridge the rest of the year, and that's what makes it so special for us. So when we break our long fasting day, we are all mostly thirsty than hungry. So as soon as we hear the adhan, which is basically the call for prayer, and it also indicates that it's time to break our fasting, we all rush for drinks. Nothing is more satisfying than a sweet, thick drink that elevates your energy level as soon as it hits your stomach. So now let me show you Qamar al-Din recipe. First, we'll cut the dried apricot leather into pieces, then pour water over to cover and soak overnight. If you are in a hurry, you can pour hot water and let it soak for 2 to 3 hours. Some people like to put the pieces with water, pour hot. First, we'll cut the. So now let me show you Qamar al-Din recipe. First, we'll cut the dried apricot leather into pieces, then pour water over to cover and soak overnight. If you are in a hurry, you can pour hot water and let it soak for 2 to 3 hours. Some people like to put the pieces with water and sugar on the stove top until fully dissolved as well. But it's totally up to you though. When we soak it overnight, that's the traditional way. In your blender, add the soaked apricot leather with its water and sugar. Some people like adding rose water and orange blossom water. So it's just to give it a flavor, basically. So now it's still up to you. You could do it either way you want. Blend until everything is smooth and well blended. Pour into a pitcher and refrigerate until ready to serve. Sometimes people strain before chilling. This is usually done if you have lots of pulps and lumps. Some add a couple of ice cubes and let it melt while drinking it, and others like adding cold water. So basically, let's say 75 juice to 25 cold water ratio, and stir in the cup. Few of them like using this drink to just flavor their water. So the bottom line is, you will not know until.
Hello. End of the slideshow. Okay.
I hope you enjoy this presentation full of rich information. Thank you, Mariam, and well done. I really shocked by all this information.
Yes, of course, Alaa, because I think this presentation Maria did so far, it's a really, really interesting information, especially because she is presenting the famous like tea or juice in your Egyptian cuisine, especially the benefits. I don't know so large benefits and wide like for licorice tea. I have a question for this. Turner said, is licorice similar to the taste of anise?
No, not exactly, but it have the same, maybe the same kind of drink. It's light, it's not thick like in Egypt. If you know, we have a Qamaraddin in Ramadan, and we have something called sahlab. It's a kind of powder melted with milk. It's a little bit thick.
Yeah.
But this to drink is very light and easy to make. And as you said, she produced to us a very famous drinks in Egypt. This is the most famous, especially al-qasab, asir al-qasab, or sugar cake. And by the way, we have a short video how they make this lovely juice. She will share it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
As you see this in this video, a large machine is used to make this juice, and it has a special techniques. Many people must have a training to use this large cans. And by the way, this sugar canes we planted in Upper Egypt because it need a very high temperature. If you know, Egypt is a large country. North Egypt climate is very different from Upper Egypt. Upper Egypt is more hot in summer, and it's very hot in summer. And that's why we used to planted this kind of crops which need very high temperature. And sugar cane or kasab is very famous in this region in Egypt. And finally, we have our moussaka recipe. We will share the video. I hope you all enjoy it.
Alaa, before, let me ask you this question. Which one do you prefer in Ramadan, especially during Ramadan? Which
Sorry,
juice?
Hanan, I can hear you from
which juice do you prefer during Ramadan?
Yes, I prepare Qamar mainly, and we break our fasting with milk, of course, and then we make Qamar mainly. It's very delicious and has a special taste in Ramadan. And maybe we made some orange juice or apple juice, but our traditional is Qamar and some dried fruits with it, and milk, of course.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Hanan, for this.
Really tasty, especially Kamaruddin.
Yes, very tasty. And now we will share the video for our main recipe, moussaka. I hope you enjoy it, and it's easy to make. I hope all of you try it. It's easy. Here is some pictures for the vegetables we use in our recipe, and we take this picture but ourselves from one of supermarket, and it's very good to use fresh vegetables in our recipes because it make a difference in taste, and of course our European spices. It's very nice and famous. Here is some instructions for the recipe. Now we are ready to start cooking our dish. It's named moussaka بالمصري. Now I prepare everything, our ingredients, our equipment, and let's start by turning on our cooker. We need a pan full with oil to fry the eggplant. Put it like this and wait for 1 or 2 minutes to let it heat. After 2 or 3 minutes we start to put the eggplant in the pan like this. Now our eggplant is finished like this, as you see, color. And now we start
Alaa,
our
Alaa,
tomato. Then
can you raise the volume, please?
yes, we try it.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. To make our tomato sauce, we need a medium pot with 3 spoons of oil and put it at medium heat. We wait for maybe 30 seconds to make the oil hot, and then we add our garlic, and it's about 4 cloves of garlic. When you listen to this voice, this means the oil is ready, and we keep stir like this until its color turn to gold. This is the view. We keep stirring until the color turn to gold, and now a nice smell start to enter our noses, and we start feel hungry. As you know, in Egypt we planted garlic, onion, tomato to enter our noses, and we start feel hungry. As you know, in Egypt we planted garlic, onion, tomato, all vegetables That's why we have our special test, because we use our products. Now the color start to turn to gold. Maybe we start to count to add the chopped tomato. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Before we start to add the chopped tomato, we add some vinegars. Start to add some vinegars. It's about maybe 1 spoon. When this boil, give a very special taste. And then we add some salt. About salt, it's up to you. Some people like too much salt, some people no. It's up to you. And stirring 3, 4, 5, and add all the tomato like this. We're stirring until it's mixed. And keep the heat medium heat. It's according to your stove or cooker. We wait for 5 minutes to make the tomato sauce ready. Now our tomato is ready. Then we add tomato paste. Some hot water, 1 cup or more. This according you like your sauce sticky or light like this. It's okay because we keep it another 5 minutes to be ready. Now our tomato sauce is already finished. We are ready to start our next step. As you listen, this Halim, one of our famous singers in Egypt. I like to listen to his other singers while I am cooking. Now we need another pan with some oil, 3 spoons, 2 spoons, as much as you want your pepper, and then we add our pepper. I like to mix colored pepper together just to give them 3 minutes to be ready. Stirring like this without adding anything.
Yeah.
Now we reach to our final step. This is a plate while we put our ingredients after we prepared each separate. We have a special guest to our dish. It's mini beef. It's cooked already and it's optional. If you need it, it's okay. If you don't like or you like the taste of eggplant with tomato sauce alone, it's okay. But for me, I like it. I'll add it at the bottom like this. In the order, color, it's very important for me in my dishes because I like colors and I like to make it. Then we add pepper after it takes its time. This too. That's it. And then we start adding our Eggplant. One of my favorite dishes, moussaka. It's really healthy. If you didn't add beef, it's a vegetarian, suitable for those who don't like to eat meat too much. If you like meat, you can add it. It's a popular dish in Egypt and also one of our street food. You can eat it in most of our restaurants as a side dish or main dish. Up to you. After we finish, now our sauce is ready. We're stirring for final time. I forget to tell you, you can add to your tomato sauce any spicy you need it. Black pepper, cinnamon, spicy, chili, red or dried, fresh, whatever you want your taste, please add it. It's up to you. And enjoy the smell while you are singing with Halim, and enjoy the red color of tomato sauce while you put it. Now we almost finished. I know you are all hungry like me, but this dish, to eat it in his best, you must wait for maybe 2 hours to let the eggplants and the other ingredients absorb the tomato sauce. It makes better taste. Now our dish is ready to eat. I know you feel hungry like me. It smells good and very tasty. Please try to make it, and try it with bread or rice as you like, and try it with yogurt salad. It's easy to make. Please enjoy your food, and I wish you a happy day. Thank you so much. I hope you all enjoy this recipe from our Egyptian cuisine.
Yeah, thank you, Alaa. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hanayan. I hope you try it and enjoy the taste.
Yeah.
I hope I invite you all one day, especially because Randy Steve, I know that maybe they don't know about our Arabian cuisine. Maybe Hanan, you know something about Arabian cuisine, because also Morocco and Mediterranean country, and maybe we share some recipes.
Yes.
It all looked wonderful, Alaa. Absolutely. I had my mouth watering here in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yes, I hope one day I invite you all to my house to try our Egyptian cuisine in live, not only in watching video or listening to presentations.
And let me share something with you, Kaysara, because believe me, she is an amazing teacher. Because following this recipe, she presented amazing open kitchen cook-along with hearts and parcel. And so what can I say? She's fabulous, meticulous, following every step, and all the people who join.
Yes, thank you, Hanan. Thank you so much. I'm happy to working with you, Hanan, in both MACFEST and the Heritage Parcel. Amazing projects. And of course, Kisra, you are a big thing for me.
You did an amazing job today, and you did an amazing job last time about celebrating Egyptian culture. You know, I know it takes a lot of effort to put this together, and your daughter has been phenomenal. Really loved it. I learned a lot. It was very informative and very enjoyable, and especially your live session, actually in your kitchen, you did all that for us. You know, we're really grateful, and so thank you so much.
Thank you for this opportunity.
So thank you so much, Alaa. Do you want to add something, Alaa?
Just a big thank you for you and for your time, and of course a massive thank you for Kisra, Steve, and all MACFEST team. You support me a lot, and I'm so happy to share our Egyptian cuisine and our Egyptian culture last time. Inshallah, I have new thing for our last event. Inshallah.
Thank you so much, Alaa.
Thank you.
Thank you for your family, because I know your family support you a lot, especially Mariam and Noor. Thank you, Mariam. Thank you, Noor, for your amazing.
Thank you.
So, and for giving us such a feast through your Egyptian cuisine. This is why it's so famous, because the ancient Egyptian civilization came partly from its abilities to adapt to the condition of the Nile River, especially related to agriculture. As you can see, a wide variety of food that Alaa shared through her presentations. And as you can see, a lot of similarities between the Eastern Mediterranean region, and it's really plenty of spices and recipes. So what can I say? It's a rich panel and event. Let me thank Kaysara Saraz for giving us this opportunity, and thank you for Steve and all team behind the scene. And also I want just to share with you the first experience MACFEST Heritage Tour to Morocco. An amazing video made by Talha is our part of the team. So I will share it now. Just 1 second. As you can see, an amazing video. Please don't miss this opportunity to join us in MACFEST tour to Morocco, especially in Marrakesh historical city. As you can see, plenty and different activities through culture, food, cuisine, and desert. You will visit Sawira and Marrakesh, all plenty of museum. And if you want to see all the program, it's on MACFEST Facebook. And please, we accept your donation also to support MACFEST, and follow us on our social media. The last one is the next Sunday. We will have Arabic poetry with Richard Macron on Sunday at 2 p.m. Join us. All our tickets is free. Book your tickets and join. If you love poetry, especially he will share with you his performance named Hind through poetry, and don't miss it. And thank you so much. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you, Alaa, again, and your family. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you so much for Kisra, Steve, all MACFEST team. See you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alaa and Hanan and Steve. Well done, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.